Career is not a destination, it is a journey. Whether you are starting up, whether you are leveling up, this is solely going to be dependent on the smart choices that you're going to make, all those tough decisions that you have to take as an individual. Whether you are starting up in your career, you've just graduated from university or college, whether you are starting up a business, but these are the 8 top powerful career changing strategies that I've used for myself. These are things that have worked for me personally. Guys, I will be talking about things that I've gone through, things that I've personally experienced as an individual, and these are the things that have shaped my life and my career up to today. Welcome to this particular video, guys. Let's dive in. On point number 1, I would like for you guys to understand your value as an individual and carry yourself as a brand. And what are we talking about, guys? Let's be practical and give you a very short example that you guys can all understand. Let's talk about, maybe let me name drop. Let's say Nike. What is it that comes to your mind? You're thinking athletics, you're thinking maybe Jordans, you're thinking swag, you're thinking, not that expensive, not that luxurious, but you're thinking, something that is well known, something that when you are wearing it, everybody, looks at you and compliments you and say, you look nice, this is nice. You're thinking quality more than anything. So those are the things that, let's talk about, Apple or iPhone. When you are holding an iPhone, when you're thinking status, you're thinking luxury, you're thinking, I could be 1 out of 8 people that have it. That's what a brand is. That's what having an identity and having a value is. And this is one thing that people need to understand, that your career needs to be treated as a brand. Yes, you are an individual, you are Katleho, you are Bebelo, you are Tumis, you are Humulemu, whoever. But you need to understand that this is your career and it is going to be shaped by the brand that you put out. And when you're talking about a brand, guys, what exactly are we talking about? The type of person that you are and what is it that you are known for. Are you a chronic complainer at work? Are you somebody who's hardworking? Are you somebody who's resilient? Are you somebody who's always late? Are you somebody who's always making smart decisions and choices? And this has been shaped by so many other things in life. So understanding that very aspect of your life, guys, is going to be very important, whether you are going to level up in your career or you are going to be stagnant. Of course, there's other factors that come into play, guys, but carrying yourself as a brand is very, very, very important. Think about that one individual. When you're thinking of somebody who works very hard in your respective workplaces, who comes to mind? And if you are not the first person, I'm not saying there's a problem, but you need to do things much better. It is 2025, you need to be doing things differently. What is it that is setting you apart from other individuals in your respective workplaces, guys? Let's take, for instance, there's a team of 5 in your department. You are all doing the same thing. What sets you apart from all those different people? If there was somebody who is going to be, considered or going to be considered for a promotion, are you that person? I don't know. What is it that you are known for? And talking about that, guys, let me give you something that I have also learned from a book that I will also be telling you guys about. It called The Magic of Thinking Big. It is said that now how you think, it is more important than what you know. Let's talk about an individual who knows just about everything. You can ask them any question. General knowledge, galo. They understand, they know, they can memorize. Compared to somebody who says, I don't know, but I can be able to find that out. Typical example of Thomas Edison. He was also ridiculed. It was also taken to court, and he was, labeled as somebody who is very ignorant. And they asked him a couple of questions just to test out his understanding. And his response in court was to say, I might not know all the answers to the questions that you guys are asking me, but one thing I can, pride myself with is the fact that I am able to find the information. So having to memorize facts, please do not use your mind as a storage facility. It is more important for you to know where to find the answers and the solutions for you to, as compared to you having to memorize all of those things. And also that shapes the brand of your career, the type of person that you are as well. Not necessarily know everything, but as long as you are resourceful, as long as you know where to find the information, that is going to be very important, and also that shapes the type of brand that you are going to become. Number two, be confident and also speak with conviction. Let me give you an example of, a guy asking a girl out, and if you're going to come and approach the lady looking down and not being sure, or even this particular video, and if I also spoke like this and I was not really facing the camera and speaking with conviction and being confident, I don't think you would believe exactly what I'm saying. You need to speak with conviction, you need to be bold, you need to be confident. Please do not be arrogant. And there's a thin line between being arrogant and being confident. Being confident is being comfortable, number one. Understanding that you are not perfect, you are a work in progress. And speak as boldly as you can and be confident in whatever it is that you are going to say. And also, remember, confidence comes with you being truthful. If you are speaking things that are not the truth, they can see it through your eyes. So every time when you speak up at work, be confident and speak with so much conviction so that people can believe exactly what you are saying. When you say, I can do this task, be confident and believe it that you can do that particular task so that they can trust you with whatever it is that they want to give to you, whether it be a task, whether it be a project, but you need to speak with confidence. Or let's talk about, people that do press conferences. Let's talk about the presidents or people that do press runs as well. When there's elections, you know that there's so many speeches that your Julius Malemas, your Jacob Zumas, and all these other politicians also, have to make. But it is through their confidence, it's through what they are saying that makes us gain confidence in what they are saying so that they can gain our vote. Whether they're telling the truth or not, but it's through their confidence that we get to become a voter, that we become a supporter of whatever political party that is. So that is why it is very important for you to speak with confidence and be as convictive as possible with whatever it is that you are saying. Number three, ask if you don't know. Guys, we don't expect you to know everything. When you arrive at a workplace, whether you are new or you've been in the department for a number of times, whether you are in a call center, whether you are in constructions, guys, we are living in a fast-paced world that comes with so many changes. It is very important for you to ask. It is very important that you ask if you don't know. It is very important for you to ask if you are not sure. And asking for confirmation, it might be something that you know, but when you reach out, it shows your team and the people that you work with that you trust them, you trust their opinion, you also value their opinion, and you understand that you are here to work as a unit. So also that harnesses your relationship with your colleagues as well when you ask them questions, whether it's something that you work with, whether it's something new, whether it's an update. But please do not make it a habit that you do not go and look for the information yourself and then asking for confirmation. That is always good, because there could be people that are always asking, but never really make the time and the effort to read, whether there's communications, whether there's research that has to go into that. But asking for confirmation is always good. So ask if you don't know, because we learn from others each and every single day. But remember, guys, make sure that you make an effort to also put in, the effort to make research. Also find out from repositories from work, whether the intranet from work, whether there's changes or videos or things that you need to learn from, that you need to have to do your own work first before you ask your colleagues, because nobody wants somebody who's always going to ask each and every single day without really making an effort. So being somebody when they are asking without making them to feel like they are dumb, I think that is very important, especially as a senior at work. When there's somebody new who joins your team, they will be asking a lot of questions, of course, because they are still trying to find their feet. They are still trying to understand whatever it is, that whether it's a process, whether it's a change, whether it's something that needs to be done, whether it's a task, whether for confirmation or something that they were trying to find out from. Please make sure that whatever it is that you say, please do not sound condescending, because it makes other people feel a bit small. And I think it is always good that whenever it is that your colleagues reach out, and please don't be stingy with information. Ooh, there's some of you guys that also hog onto information, and you only want to be the only person that knows about that particular thing. When you know, don't wait for others to also ask. Share that information, be as transparent and positive, and share the knowledge with everybody, guys. And our other tip, guys, is to read self-help books. These things are very important, guys. I think with every time when there's discussions with your colleagues, whether it's your boss or your subordinates or anybody, whether it's your friends, of course, I think it's always important that whenever there's any discussions, you need to speak with things that you understand, things that you have read. And I think reading has done that for me, learning first. And I think learning comes in many different forms. Some people prefer audiobooks, which doesn't really work for me. Some people prefer soft copies of the version of the books. Sometimes it doesn't work for everybody. I prefer the hard copy so that I can be able to track the progress of whatever it is that I will be doing. So this book is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and is a game changer. The second one that I have with me right now, it's called The Magic of Thinking Big. This is, if there's a book that is close to the Bible, I would definitely say this is it. I am not comparing it, please do not come for me, but I'm saying if there's a book that speaks about the way of life, the way to success, the way to career growth and success, and just about anything, it is this particular book. So it is important, guys, that you invest in your knowledge, invest in your understanding of different topics, of course. And I do not read your usual Harry Potter books. Nothing wrong with that. Fiction, it's not my thing. I prefer self-help books. And I think it's all thanks to my indirect mentor, my manager, Bontle Mufukeng, who is an avid reader who reads a lot of books. And it's all also thanks to my former high school teacher, Mr. Mkabel. He used to encourage us to read a lot, and there was this classmate of mine who was very knowledgeable. If you can think of Sol Penduga, I think he was our Sol Penduga of that time. He was a bit naughty, but I think he was very equipped with a lot of knowledge, and sometimes I used to wonder, how did this guy become so smart? I'm not saying read these books so that you can be smart and outshine other people, but just having an opinion and a sound reasoning of certain topics comes with you having to read. And I think it increases your vocabulary, it increases your way of thinking, it also opens up your mind to so many ideas, and I think it enriches you as an individual. And also, one thing that maybe some of you have already picked up, I speak very fast. I am trying to tone it down as much as possible. I have a lisp. I struggle to say certain words, but I think that should not stop you also from being able to progress in your career as well. So once again, read those self-help books. If there's one book that I would recommend, The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz. The second one is Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich as well. There's so many other books that you guys would recommend, but these are my top 2 books that I will also share a summary version of it. Do not just read those books for the sake of reading those books. Read those books and apply those teachings. It's of no use for you to have the knowledge and the understanding of it, but not being able to apply it to your day-to-day tasks. And on the next one, take grooming very serious, guys. It is the first thing that people notice when they see you. And I think I'm not trying to embarrass anyone, but we understand that because of health reasons, there's some people that have a bit of pimples, acne, and there's some people also with a bit of a strong odor, or just that one day that you were in a rush, you were late for work, you took a bath, you did not started it all on. I understand, but it's those things that can make people just see you in a different light, so to speak. But it is very important that try by all means to be be as neat as possible. Always cut your hair, look fresh. It doesn't have to be Legends barber, just your normal lava spiriti, 15 ranta, trim your hair, look nice. I know brother Enigma said unga dream, you don't trim your hair, but just look decent. And avoid having to dye your hair, especially if you're in corporate, you work in an office environment. Having green hair, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it makes people just look at you in a very different way. But if that's what you prefer, proper, there's nothing wrong with that. But just look decent and dress also and look the part. You can't be working in an office environment in a corporate world and wanting to always look saggy and looking very professional. I mean, it makes us question you a bit. I'm not saying buy a whole tuxedo and a suit and tie and look very formal. Smart casual really does it. Also, the simpler the better. I'm not saying look flamboyant and go and buy expensive clothes, guys. No, I'm saying just be well put together and make sure that you take a bath. And especially in summer, there's a lot that goes on, guys. It's hot, there's different odors. You don't have to buy that expensive perfume. It doesn't have to be a strong perfume, but just make sure that you take grooming serious. Make sure that you take your hygiene very serious, because those are some of the things that can make your colleagues just shy away from you. There's office gossip here and there. Try and avoid such things as well. And there's nothing wrong with you preferring to dress up a certain way or look a certain way, but just look decent and look neat. It is very important for you to take grooming very serious, because they say cleanliness is next to godliness. And on the second last one, guys, learn how to network. It is very important that you take this very important, because it is a catalyst that has really propelled me in my career. I started off in 2019 as a learner in Harambe, working for FNB on a learnership, and because of the number of networks and the people that I've created a relationship with in my department and outside my department as well, it's very important to also engage with other people in different teams, in other areas, not just in your company also. Creating a network, it could be through social media. One of the best, LinkedIn. I would definitely say, if you do not have a LinkedIn account right now, I don't know what you are doing. I don't know what you are hoping for. Maybe a miracle. But I am saying, having a LinkedIn account that looks proper, well put together, with a professional picture also. I'm not saying go and look for an expensive photograph. Just look neat. Take a picture that looks very decent, that is welcoming, that is not too much, that is not extra. I think the easier the better. It will definitely do that. So have a LinkedIn account. You can definitely reach out also on Facebook. But I'm saying your immediate connections are people that work in your company, guys. People usually say your network is your net worth, and how you network with these people, guys, is going to be a very serious task that you need to be intentional about. Having a network is very important. It has done that for me. I can safely say that I'm able to, I have moved around in my career, I've changed jobs, and I've also gotten where I am because of, not just simply because of that, but also it has played an important role. Think about you having to start a fire. It is just, the wood and couple of papers. But when you pour petrol on it, it makes it much quicker. It makes the process much faster. You understand? So that serves as a catalyst. Having a network is like somebody extending a lifeline to you, or somebody giving you a step rather than say climb. It makes it much easier for you to climb. And don't think of a career as a ladder. You can either go up or down. Guys, a career, you can go left, you can go right, you can go up, you can go down. Sometimes you'd have to go down for you to go up. So those are the things that you need to do. And having a mentor, having somebody who's going to guide you, having somebody as a sponsor who's going to mention your name in rooms where you are not there, it is very important, guys. That's why having a network is going to be very important for you. And also think about your usual artist. When so and so is featured on DJ Maporesa's song, or when somebody is featured by Focalistic, I mean, your typical Birima room. Think of that. On his own, he was being mocked, he was not taken serious, but having a network of people that said, we are going to help you in this particular journey of yours. The song apparently is number one, I'm not too sure, but I mean, it's a big song. It's trending, there's so many challenges, the guy is really making it, he just needs to run with it. So your mentor, your networks can take you from point A to point B, or even better, from point A to point Z, or whatever the case may be. But wherever it is that they take you, make sure that you run with it, because those people have really made it easier for you. It is not everybody. And thank you so much to everyone that has assisted me in my career. Most importantly, Buntle Mufukeng, Refilo Mufukeng, Mr. Siawonga Mota. I can't name everyone, guys, but just, Tanya, Diaha, there's so many people that I can also mention. but those are the people that have really made life easier for me. TJ Misechwa, I can name a number of people, guys, and these are the people that really made life easier for me in my career. So it is very important to also build a network. Speak to your colleagues, speak to people outside your department, speak to people on your level, people above your level, guys. Also, have an email that you send out, and appreciate those people when they do something for you, when they mention your name, when in rooms where you are not there, and everything else that they've done for you. Make sure that you appreciate those people because they have done it out of goodwill. And lastly, and one of the biggest one that has really changed my life and that has made me realize that, life really is about having motion, like my dear friend Sibusiso Mavoso Mandela would say. If you want something done, give it to a really busy person, because the one who is free thinks they always have time, and they do what? They procrastinate. And guess what? They always think I can do it later, but later becomes never. That's why so many of us procrastinate, because we are really not occupied with a lot of things. Think about that one time that you needed to complete an assignment, but there was Squid Games season 2 waiting for you. There was Netflix, there was Power, you had a whole lot of time free on your hands. But when you are occupied with a lot of things, when you are studying, when you have a hobby, whether you have other things that you're doing. Guys, I run a business, not just one, but I sell smartwatches, I trade RE, I'm getting into thrifting clothes also. I've started a YouTube channel, I will be going into Uber. Also, those so many things that I'm going to be busy with, because once you are busy, then you realize that you carve out time for certain things, time for your relationship, time for church, time to spend with your family and friends, time to make money, time for yourself also. Because if you are just somebody who wakes up and says, I don't know what the day has for me, you're not going to be intentional. So if you want something done, give it to an already busy person, somebody who has something going on in their lives. Because like they usually say, a dog will always bark at a moving car, because there's motion. You can see that you are busy. But guys, there's so many things, there's so many principles that comes with it, but these are my top 8 career lessons that I would love for you guys to take very serious and follow also. Please, if you have any more that you would like to share with us, please do comment on the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, guys, it is also okay. I am hoping that with the next couple of videos and with the information that we will be sharing, that you will be very much comfortable with, you will be convinced enough to like and share. Thank you very much, guys. My name is Mtweni Peterson. Please do follow us on LinkedIn, follow RE Study Buddy on Facebook, follow Mtweni PT or Mtweni_PT on TikTok as well. Really appreciate it. This has been great.